Sato kayo meba wa, subo kayo meba wa, honor rakto meba wa, sarva siddha mepar yatsa, sarva karma sutta me, satam shiryang kuru hong, haha, haha, which means four haha, which means four measurables, when meaning is the haha, haha. Ho, Banga one, Sarva Tathangata, Banjar Mami Mancha, Banjar Bawa Maha Samaya Satu A. Well, Sanskrit you say Sattva. Tibet we say Satu. Satu A Hong Pat. No record. I will record maybe better,
When we sang it, it's like the last 5 or 6 words was very difficult.
Which one?
Yeah, when in the 100-syllable mantra, when we sang it, it seems like it's the last 5 or 6 words that everybody just.
Oh, the rhythm change. Rhythm change. So you just say ha 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 ho banga one. Then you have to stop banga one. Sarva tathangata banjar mame manza. A little bit hold the manza. Then banjar bawa maha samaya sato a. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva teno pai tithanda do me bawa. Tanikare. Sudo kayo me bawa, subo kayo me bawa, anarakto me bawa, sarva sada me prayata. Sarva karma sadhane sadam shiryang kara hong, ha 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 ho banga one. Understand? Sarva tathangata banjar mame manza, banjar bawa maha samaya sadhu a. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. Something wrong with my voice today. Today. Okay. Drink lots of water. Who has a nice voice? Ladies has a nice voice usually. Who does? Cat? Who?
I have a really good monotone voice.
There is a competition, okay? You can't? Really? Then the sixth syllable you know, right? Oh, huh? That's easy one. Okay. Now you guys say, I will listen. Yeah? 100-syllable mantra. No, I just listen, Perfect. That's good. That's good. Really good. It's really good. Okay, what else?
When we're doing this on our own, and we finish.
Or you don't have to sing, when you're doing that yourself. Just to say,
Well, she does.
Wait, for you to 500. No problem. 500. I'm working on that.
you're working on that. Good. All right.
So, for the practice, when we finish with the 100-syllable mantra, if we're doing this at home, do we also then do the confession prayer?
Yes, exactly same.
And we do that, and then we do after that couple things, then we do the 6-syllable mantra?
There's another couple things after that. Confession prayer, then 6-syllable mantra. So there is something there, but that's just a visualization, right? You don't have to say it.
But we have to do the confession prayer.
Yes. And then,
I knew I was in this for the home.
okay, the negative emotions, all these things, sometimes a little bit difficult to purify. Because, naturally, they are all temporary, haven't been part of our karmic sort of makeup so long, for so long. That's why it's a little bit difficult to diminish, right? All these actions and all this, can be either completely positive, completely negative, or combination of both, right? Completely positive, the result, happiness. Completely negative, result, suffering. Combination, up and down, happy, unhappy, right? It is important to remember that every action has an effect that will eventually ripen. Never waste the karmic actions, either good or bad or both. Eventually ripen. There are different ways that this effect ripens. Sometimes this effect ripens, be experienced in this life. Sometimes, it will be experienced in the next life. The other time, will be experienced in uncertain sort of lifetime, So it depends how we accumulate our karma, according to Buddhism. Dharma practitioners who live their life sort of, with a good heart, lots of practice, and sort of strong compassion and bodhicitta, and dedicate their lives to others, purify much this negative karma. But sometimes they find that, the meditators, these, practitioners, who practice strongly but experience many problems, one after another, like that. Even though good meditators, that is actually, according to Buddhism, a positive sign, because it means that the negative karma manifests as a problem in this life and finishes in that way. So that person will not experience all the sufferings in future, So therefore, the Buddha teachings advise us that when problems like that arises in our life, we should see them as a positive and recognize them as a sign of the power of our practice, that they are the manifestations of negative karma that is finished in much more sort of lightly than it could have, and see them as a positive, Because sometimes, I meditate every day and I have this and this problems all my life. Why? So sometimes people just don't understand that. That's Buddhist point of view. It's a really good sign. But if you don't meditate and you have lots of problems, that's not necessarily a good sign. So karma, right? Karma may be either collective or sort of individual. Collective karma is action we do things together as a sangha, as a group, For example, bad karmas like this police or soldiers, they use weapons and killed so many beings, peoples, That's bad karma. Many people do this thing, bad karmas, together as a group, collective. And a group of sort of spiritual like this, practitioners meditate together and help each other on their capacity and their experience. That is good karma. Good karma, collective. And the result of these actions are experienced together as a group, collective karma. Yet each member of group, we thinks, we speaks, we sort of act, all this kind of slightly differently, right? In this way, create an individual karma. And the result of sort of which each person will experience a little bit differently. That's its individual karma. So there is two karma actually, and generally, common karma, individual karma, or collective karma. So these kind of things we see, we are here today and we see the building, the things, the table, the cushions, all this we see as a blue and everything like the same, right? We see things same. That's collective karma. But sometimes I see you, somebody's very beautiful. Somebody see you, even though one person not that beautiful. That's individual karma, right? So we have to sort of purify all of them through practicing Vajrasattva. For a Vajrasattva practitioner, even the name of Vajrasattva automatically brings to mind the sort of principle of purification and sort of cleansing everything. So practice Vajrasattva is one of the, Vajrayana practice, right? Even though we said this is preliminary, but it's main practice. And Vajrayana, maybe you don't know what is Vajrayana, but it is important to have a devotion and belief, because it is the foundation of Vajrayana practice. But if you just believe in Vajrayana or Vajrasattva, and you think that is sufficient, that's enough, just to believe in Vajrasattva or Vajrayana, then it will not really work. You have to, this is very important, you have to always make sure that the belief is based upon reasoning and your research. And belief cannot be called belief until certainty. And that certainty, it has to be developed through, research, analysis, investigate, examine, questioning, until it becomes really certainty. So in order to have this belief or devotion or confidence, certainty, that is manifest in your attitude. You have to analyze, examine, and to check in it in your mind whether it is true or not. Very important. In order to be able to do that, you have to really, research and listen. You have to listen, you have to study, you have to go through whole this process. Otherwise, you believe in Buddhism, you believe in Vajrayana, you believe in Vajrasattva, is we call blind or without understanding. So that kind of blind devotion, belief, or you call it, it's not stable without understanding. So that's why it's not good, But Buddhism always say that. Of course, belief in devotion, confidence, these things very important. Especially in Vajrayana, foundation is the devotion, but not just the devotion. It's very important to examine and listen, teaching all these things. You have to sort of do things, correctly. So when you chant the Vajrayana, the Vajrasattva's mantra, you should believe with devotion. The mantra and the Vajrasattva are inseparable, and you should believe that this practice definitely purify your negative things. So it's not that easy, Buddhist teaching and practice is not that easy. You have to really make sure everything is working correctly. It's not just doing, sometimes not that easy, but once you get these things, you understand very well, you get something through your analysis, through your research, then this will be very stable, very certainty, very good for you, and very good work, So that's why I think it's very important. And in order to practice Vajrasattva and try to purify bad karma, there are a few things important to know. First of all, very important to have devotion to mantra, the 100-syllable mantra. Mantra means actually protection. It protects your mind. And also this, the 4 powers, right, that we talked about, and the visualizations. Without these things, just to only saying mantra, well, it's really nice. And Vajrasattva saying that even though you hear my name or say these mantras, benefit. But, with visualizations and understanding, then more power, more benefit. That's first. And second of all, when you meditate on Vajrasattva, think about the 4 powers, really important. And especially the power of regretting and power of resolution are very important. That's the point. That's the Vajrasattva practice. That's the main point. You don't have these 2 powers in your mind all the time, then always easy to accumulate negative karma. And again, if you are sort of, if you're a beginner, it will be difficult to establish all the details of these sort of visualizations, recitations in one section, right? If you can, that's good. But if you otherwise, focus on different aspect of the visualization during each practice sections, that's good. And again, I just let you know that that's not a problem at all. Sometimes people ask me, "Oh, I can do these things together," and then my meditation is not correctly. Otherwise, always I say you should meditate correctly, and they think this is not correct, But that's not, just if you're a beginner, that's also teachers say that, you can do this separately, alternately, that's just fine. What else? I really hope that all you will do at least 100,000. At least 100,000 Vajrasattva mantra before you die. I mean, we don't know when we're going to die, but really, I really don't know. Always think every day, I don't know when we're going to die. And I truly believe that, after doing a Vajrasattva practice and you make a promise in the future, you will not do so negative actions again. And if you do some sort of purify your negative actions as much as you can every day, then there is no way, I think, you can be reborn in a sort of miserable area, if there is a future life. Practice Vajrasattva, practice bodhicitta, these things, the best insurance. Okay? You like talking about insurance, right? So Buddhist point of view, this is best insurance. Vajrasattva and bodhicitta, the best insurance. And because we don't know when we're going to die, but that's fine. Death is a nature. Death is part of our life. We cannot change that. Even though Buddha died, Bodhisattvas died, great masters died, we can't change it. That's the nature. But we need some kind of, self-confidence. Whenever we died, you should feel that, oh, I'm going to die, but I'm fine. I'm happy. I have a good life. I do some good things for others. Not always selfish, So then you have that kind of in your mind. You have self-confidence. We call it self-confidence. The Tibetan great meditators, they always, when they died, very happily. Ordinary people very sometimes suffering when they die. Totally different. Because the meditation, I think, makes totally different. Whether you believe or not, so when you die, peacefully die is very important. So you should recite the 100-syllable mantra at least 21 times every day. Not only recite, but, with the 4 powers. That takes like few minutes, Anybody can do that 21 times at least. Because, also very important, this lifetime is very precious, very, very precious. Because of the unique opportunity we have to practice the Dharma. We have to practice this to purify our negative karmas, to develop our sort of inner compassion, bodhicitta, all this. So that's why always very important to understand the value of teaching, meditation, the value of your life. These two, very important to understand every day. Remember how important. If you do this, then definitely we can develop these qualities, even though this lifetime. And if we do practice, it will be definitely benefit others and ourselves in this life and the future. And again, the good signs that your meditation is that your devotion to the Buddha, to the Vajrasattva, will grow deeper, and your compassion for beings will increase. Your compassion will increase, and your devotion inside both, right? Your devotion to the Buddha, Bodhisattvas, all this increase. Your compassion towards others increase. That sign, that is then you have correct meditation. And if you meditate and your negative emotions increase, that means your meditation is incorrect. That's always you have to check, And you will be your own, what do you call it, witness or evidence, and you will get sort of great confidence in the practice. This is certainty, right? And confidence, this certainty, this devotion, this confidence are what we call it the Dharma, the inner qualities that you get if you practice correctly. And if you, not so sure and hesitate and think of Dharma as something sort of unconnected, your mind, your life, then of course, it will not so much benefit you. And if you feel that, or you are really connected, and you feel something good about it, then Dharma is really, really benefit. That's why we need to, the meditators, the teachers, my teacher always, we need to sort of, how you say, the inseparable Dharma in our life, Always there, always Dharma and life goes together. Dharma is so important in our life. Without Dharma, we're kind of, selfish, right? Dharma, especially if you practice bodhicitta, that is the antidote of selfish. If you practice bodhicitta, your selfish will go away. And when you do things with your ego and self-centered mind, then we will not sort of enjoy life, really, and come across many problems, and always problems with other people, dissatisfaction with your work, with whatever you do, a lot of sort of unhappiness. But with Dharma attitude, bodhicitta attitude. We can change our ego and thinking that everyone is most precious things in our life. Serving them sort of comes from enjoyment. So we are really giving something to others. You feel that. I feel that too, If you practice bodhicitta, I feel something really benefit, Then that makes me really comfortable. No matter when I die, doesn't matter. Sooner or later, I am fine. I am okay. Sort of that kind of bodhicitta gives me that kind of confidence, self-confidence, So then, we feel happiness and satisfaction and joy. So that's, I think, this kind of things we need, I think. Rather than everything's emptiness and nothing there, no attachment, no joy, no happiness, nothing, we say that. It's good, but, I think I like more, like enjoyment, whatever I do things, for others. And I'm very happy to help others, and this is kind of necessary. And I understand others, So that kind of things we can, if you practice bodhicitta, compassion, you can, develop that kind of attitude, that kind of mind, And we should know the meaning of our life, The purpose of, having taken this precious human body, at this time. We should know this, not just sort of, intellectually, but deeply, so that we, transform our attitude accordingly and live our life in harmony with that purpose, with others, So benefit of others, right? That is the purpose of our life, benefit of others. Therefore, the bodhicitta is the most important meditation practice, and we can do this. Is not like practice emptiness or the union of emptiness and awareness. Sometimes that's sort of difficult, But bodhicitta is easily to understand how to practice and easily investigate your mind, whether you have a bodhicitta mind or not. If you don't, you can improve that. That's all. That's all. I think, any questions? Do we have, yeah?
Going back to what you said earlier this morning about discussion groups, what can we do to get discussion groups going? Can we add another hour on, or what can we do about that? I mean, I love discussion groups.
Well, that's I'm not so sure of how we do that, But that's not that difficult, Maybe you can do that another time and then make, another, day, and people like to discuss about Dharma or whatever. Then you can make schedule and then do that. It's, Yeah.
When you're talking about bodhicitta in action, are we talking about, I don't know how else to put it, worldly activities, dharmic activities, a combination of both?
Combination. There is nothing different between whatever you do.
So if I help a woman carry her groceries across the street, it's just as beneficial to others?
Beneficial, help other, not necessarily mean big things. You can do small, you can do little bit, you can do big help. What depends your motivation? The first, whenever you help others, first you have to definitely check your motivation. Why? What is your motivation? Then the help, not necessarily big or huge, right? I mean, huge is better, but small is fine. You're welcome. Okay, that's all. I think we have some other things to do, so it's already there, and I think that's all. You should practice, okay, Vajrasattva. This is today, just one day. It's not enough, but I hope you really understand how to practice Vajrasattva and bodhicitta. And also, I hope these teachings and this retreat helps you sort of develop your understanding and meditation. And I hope you will purify your bad karma. I'm sure you will. And I always think it is wonderful that you people want to practice purification. That is a really good sign. That is a really good sign. So, because there is so many sort of impure energy around the world these days, really not so good. So we are connecting, right? We are connecting this world. So 1%, maybe 99%, very negative energy, negative things. 1% may be good, but that's not much. So we are connected with this world, so we have to purify so many things. And if you practice Vajrasattva, you are connecting to Vajrasattva. And I think if you do that, then Vajrasattva is already in your heart, in your mind, in your body. So then easily purify. And I think that's all. And I would like to thank you for all of you for coming today and sharing your pleasure and compassion, bodhicitta. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. And I also would like to thank you, those people who have, who have sort of put a lot of energy and for the benefit of others and working for this Sangha, Bodhicitta Sangha, and making sort of happen this retreat and lots of work. I really appreciate it. You know everybody, so I don't have to say the name, but just say thank you so much. What else? I think that's all, and we have more retreats and teachings in here in Minneapolis. So if you like to meditate and join us, welcome. And group meditation is so nice. I think more powerful. Group meditation is more powerful than just individual. Because good energy, especially if you practice bodhicitta together, really good energy. So it's really benefit. That's all. Thank you very much. And we have to say the dedication. Yeah? Oh, here. Through this very merit of mine, may I raise single sentient beings, eliminate all forms of negativity, may deserve virtues forevermore. May Supreme Precious Bodhisattva take birth where it has not risen, where it has risen, may it never win, but continue to grow forevermore. May Supreme Precious Bodhisattva take birth where it has not risen, where it has risen, may it never win, but continue to grow forevermore. May Supreme Precious Bodhisattva take birth where it has not risen, where it has risen, may it never win, but continue to grow forevermore. May Precious Bodhisattva take birth where it has not risen, where it has arisen, may it never win, but continue to grow forevermore.